whatever blue hair McGee is.
The nerd.
The nerd! Boo! You stink!
Dude, that sounds like a TF2 like title screen. Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to Wooper Watch. I'm your host, Cyanize, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Mr. Gengar. How's everybody doing tonight? You having a good Wednesday? I hope you are.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to start exactly like that every single time, where we kind of say the similar thing. We got to change it up a little bit, you know?
Maybe. That's why you always add a little tagline at the end.
Yeah, but like I feel like for the past two episodes, we just like, how are you guys doing? We gotta change it up. We gotta swap it up on the next episode. No.
You know what? No, I'm not gonna say how have you been. I'm saying you better be doing good, and you better leave a comment saying you're doing good. All right? Capiche?
Right. Literally
That
right.
simple?
Literally right now. No, yeah.
Right now, comment right now. Are you doing good? It better be a yes, or I'm deleting your comment.
So now that we're saying that, now people are gonna expect it next episode. So that's not gonna be fun. All right. Anyway, though, news segment. You know how this is. We talk about the news a little bit here. Yeah. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet just came out at the time of this podcast. How are you enjoying it, Mr. Gengar?
I'm not as far into it as I would like to because I had to take a little vacation and all that. But the thing is that it's the opposite of Sword and Shield. It's probably the worst made Pokemon game, but it's by far the most fun.
Indeed it is. It's so weird how that works. We mentioned it last podcast, but yeah, buggiest game of all time, and yet it's kind of really fun, and it's probably up there with Gen 5, if I'm being honest.
Oh, really? We're going that far?
Well, like, I gotta think about it a little bit. I finished the game, like, 2 nights ago.
Might be honeymoon phase, just saying.
It's a bit of honeymoon phase. I will say Area 0 is probably the best thing I've ever seen in terms of Pokemon as of late.
Wow.
It's the music that played there reminded me of Xenoblade music. I like had chills going through that entire area. For those who've been through it, you already know. I'm just Mystic, like, finish that game. You need to see Area 0. It is the best part of the entire game.
Xenoblade and my Pokemon? How could you?
No, dude, if Monolith worked on a Pokemon game, these games would be awesome. I'm telling you.
Dude, I mean, honestly, sure. You know what? Sure, I'll believe you on that.
No, like, I mean, they've done so many. They helped with Splatoon.
There's something in my nose.
Yeah. Oh no, get that out.
I'm like about to sneeze, but I can't push the sneeze out. God, this is killing me right now.
Well, push it out whenever, I guess. No, but yeah, like they've worked on Splatoon 3. They worked on Breath of the Wild. Like they're really reliable.
They're like a story. They're like a side studio that just helps make JRPGs in the meantime.
JRPGs and kind of just helps Nintendo with anything. But yeah, back to Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, they're pretty fun. They're cool. Right now I have to like rematch all the gym leaders.
You can do that? I'm kidding. I already knew that.
Yeah. No, but it's like a main quest or whatever. I know, a kind of slight spoiler, but I mean, you know, whatever.
I mean, I already knew. I asked my chat earlier, I'm like, please tell me I can rematch these guys later. And they were like, only once. Are you kidding me? I can only collab with the Yono twice in the whole game? That
also,
sucks.
Even worse than that is that apparently you cannot refight the Pokemon League, which is some of the... Why? What? Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's auto-leveling, and I'm assuming post-game Pokemon are pretty darn high level anyway. But that kind of sucks for grinding.
But I loved fighting them, and they were all really powerful, and I want to refight them again. I don't care about XP. It was badass fighting all 4 of them. Champion, not so much. I don't know. Well, obviously you don't want to see her team, because spoilers, but her team absolutely sucks.
Her team randomly showed up on my timeline, and I was like, oh, that's a new Pokemon. Oh, I'm just going to mute that account and act like I didn't see that.
I won't say new Pokemon, but I'll just say 2 Pokemon. Go-Go and Avalugg. For the champion,
no
by the
way.
Yes.
No
the
way.
Champion.
They did not put Go-Go on a champion team.
The champion.
Okay, Avalugg, I can excuse. At least that's a pretty neat ice type that has coverage. But a Go-Goat?
Go-Goat.
At least I know my ice Terra type isn't gonna go to waste.
I'll just say right after the champion, that's when it's back to like being good. The Elite Four, and then right after the champion. That's peak right there.
God, wow, that's insane. Okay.
Yeah, poor Gita sucks. I'm sorry, Gita sucks. Do not expect anything from her. She is not the next Cynthia.
Yikes.
Yeah. All right. Anyway.
No, I'm pretty sure you definitely want to take this next topic.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I was gonna save this for when the chapter came out, but I think we should talk about it now before the event drops. The Fortnite Fractured event is real and is happening December 3rd. Have you seen the teaser for it?
I have seen the promo images, and
Okay,
I think
thank
I saw
God.
it was a fan-made video.
Okay, thank God you saw the promo image, because that thing goes so hard. It's so, God, the world's gonna end. Again, for the third time.
Yeah, honestly, every time Fortnite says the world's gonna end, I just kind of give up caring. We've already done this enough times.
How
Move
many
on.
times do we have to teach you this? Oh, man.
For the next chapter, we will be adding actual bullet wounds. You can bleed out now. You can watch Rick Sanchez bleed out while Naruto holds him in his arms.
Oh my God, that is terrifying. Yeah, it's happening. It's gonna be on December 3rd. We don't know too much about it. Some audio leaks have just dropped today.
Audio leaks.
But like big audio leaks, like Paradigm talking in the middle of the event.
That's very specific.
Yeah, because it's a big leak. It's literally her talking during the event.
I mean, okay.
That's kind of why it's big, and that's all we have right now. Anyway, yeah, stay away from leaks if you don't get spoiled. I only know this because people told me. I didn't actually watch it because, yeah, please do not spoil a Fortnite event for me. That's a one-time thing. You can never see that again. Do not spoil.
You hear that, stream chat? No talking about Fortnite. No.
Yeah, Mystic as well.
Stop it.
Don't spoil him. We all want to see this. This is a one-time thing everyone has to experience,
We're talking about spoilers when we just mentioned about the champions team.
Okay, but the champion sucks. All right, I'm not going to sugarcoat.
Fair enough.
Look, the real hype part is the Elite Four. All right, I'll tell you that right now. The Elite Four is the best part of it.
Honestly, the part that's confusing me the most, because keep in mind I have not gotten there, is specifically if they're typed or not. Considering every type has a badge, so it's gotta be are they not typed? God, I pray they're not typed.
I will leave that to you to figure out.
You torture me.
I could tell you now, but
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with
it. Okay. All right. So I know you have a funny story, Mystic, but I also have a funny story.
I do have a story that happened literally seconds before recording.
Yeah. All right. But okay. So I watched Black Adam this week. I know I'm a little late, but that's not why I'm mentioning it here. Okay. Let me set the scene for you a little bit. So this is Thanksgiving Day, right? By the way, happy Thanksgiving. I forgot to mention that part. Thanksgiving
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to the turkey.
That
Black
I just
Adam.
killed.
Yeah, I watched Black Adam. It was alright. It's a cool movie, I guess. But that's not what's important here. So let me set the scene. I have a family of 6. I have 3 other brothers, plus me, so we have 4. Obviously, after a movie, you go to a bathroom, right? I mean, come on. If you're sitting there the whole time... What happened to my voice there? If you're sitting there the whole time... What is going on? Okay, did you hear that? What is going on?
Yeah, I heard some, but I don't know where you're going with this.
Well, my throat is messing up. I don't know. Okay. All right. Let me start over. So, family of 6, right? We have a lot of people. You go to the bathroom after because if you're sitting there the whole time without getting up, then yay, chances are you're going to want to go to the bathroom. We went over there. So I didn't see this but from what I've been told, one of my brothers freaking football slammed into the stall door or whatever, and there was an old guy sitting there taking a shit, and he ran out. Then one of my other brothers ran in there, did the same thing, ran out as soon as he saw it because the door was unlocked. So then he went in, and then there was me. I went in there because I thought, oh, it's unlocked, I can go in there. And
no.
Boom! And some guy's like, get the fuck out, I'm taking a shit. I'm like, oh my god, no, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. And then everybody gets out of it. Everyone's like, run. My parents were all like, run, go, get out.
Oh my god!
DEFCON 3, get the fuck out. And we all left the theater, we all ran to the car. And the first thing I yell is, why was the door unlocked? And then one of my brothers was just like, oh yeah, sorry, I kind of slammed and broke it open. I'm like, you what? It was a chain reaction, and I was like, what the fuck?
This is not topping my story. I'm just gonna say it now. This is not gonna be able to be topped.
Really? Because I saw a naked old guy's balls. Like, come on. There's no way.
Whoa, nice balls.
God, shut up. You told me to fuck off and kill myself. Like, I kind of traumatized a little bit here. But, yeah, that's my Black Adam story for you guys.
Okay, at what point does The Rock, like, open up the other stall and be like, "Hi, I'm The Rock"? He does a funny eyebrow, and then, like, the old man explodes.
Is he, like, naked during this? Or is...
He's naked, but it's just like the bottom half of him is just cut off by the camera's angle.
Oh, he's just like a floating, like, PNG rock. Okay, we gotta move on, because I'm gonna be fixated this the entire time. Okay. So, I wouldn't mention this, but you were interested in it, so I thought I should mention it. Genshin 3.3 is coming. This was right after the giant, like, god boss fight or whatever that happened. It was super cool. Nobody cares except me, so yeah. Anyway, the TCG is coming, and they elaborated on what it's going to be. It's going to be a permanent game mode, by the way, which that was pretty big news, because every time they add a limited time event...
Oh, well, goody.
It's a limited time event. But this is a permanent mode, and it kind of basically, I need to rewatch it, but basically it works kind of like a 4v4, I believe, and it has like elemental or interactions that are brought over from the game, and they're brought over into this card game, and it's kind of, I guess it's kind of like Pokemon, I guess, you know, whichever element's stronger, and whichever element like reacts.
That is barely a factor in the TCG, I'm just gonna be real with you.
Well, I don't know, I don't play the cards, alright?
It's only good if you're going against the meta.
Look, I think I need to show you it, and then you'll be able to tell me what's going on.
Yeah, we can run that down after the podcast.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, there's a TCG mode coming, this update, and yeah, I guess you can try it out when it does come out, if you're ever bored, of course. Probably not, knowing you, but I wanted to mention it. I wanted to mention it. All right, anyway, something we are both actually interested in. Any Poke... Episode 133. Let's be honest, nobody gave a shit about it. It was just Project Muse stuff. At the end of it...
No, run that back. Did they do the cool scene from the intro yet where, like, Go kills Regigigas or something?
No, but he is fighting a Kyogre and Groudon right now.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Well,
I mean, okay, I know they want to show every Pokemon, but Kyogre and Groudon.
I'm guessing it's a Mew thing.
Okay, that's raw, though, that Groudon gets more screen time. Can't complain about that, but, like, Go, of all people, fighting Groudon.
Yeah, well, he's in Project Mew, so I kind of get it. But yeah, it's... Look, I'd say it's not a big deal, because it's probably just Mew in disguise, because he has disguise in the legendary Pokemon before.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's why I'm saying it's not a big deal. The real reason I'm mentioning this, though, is because Gen 9 anime is going to be happening. The post-credit scene or whatever, I don't know how it works, but basically, Team Rocket is in the Paldea region, and they attempt to catch a Sprigatito. They fail, obviously, but yeah.
No!
Yeah.
No, wait! No! Where's my time skip? No!
I don't know, man. They just showed Team Rocket trying to catch a Sprigatito. That's all we know.
I swear to God, let Ash retire, man. Come on, don't do this to me.
They will never let him retire, bro. He has to continue his journey.
Though I still hope they do like a time skip by 10 years, so it's just like Team Rocket in their late 20s. They're still trying to catch Ash's Pikachu.
He ages up, but Team Rocket doesn't. That's messed up. Alright, but yeah, that's happening. Yeah. We still don't know what I Choose You is going to be about, but yeah, Gen 9 anime is definitely happening. So, that'll be interesting to see what the heck that is.
I felt it was inevitable anyway, though.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, Mystic, your 2 bits right here.
Buzzwole has been let loose in Ohio.
It's always Ohio.
Okay, but Pokemon Go did do like this cool Ultra Beast thing where they've been hyping it up over the course of the year where it's like, oh, it's the Ultra Beast from Sun and Moon, and they're here, and now you can get Solgaleo and Lunala completely for free without raids or anything if you did special research. But they've been doing a bunch of this, like, I mean, it's not really an ARG, it's more or less just been really well-done trailers. But the whole thing is that as of today that we're recording this, which is Sunday the 27th, did this huge raid day where it's like, oh, Ultra Beasts are invading. And they did a bunch of stuff where it's like, oh, there's like Buzzswole in Ohio. I don't know why they put Buzzswole in Ohio, but that's just a thing.
That's the funniest thing ever to me. Just the fact it's Ohio.
Because of course it's Buzzswole in Ohio. Of course.
Of course. Dude, if I don't go to Ohio and I don't see a bunch of like flying Buzzwoles flying around the place punching shit, I'm going to be so let down.
Honestly, right? Because the thing is, like, if I go to Ohio and it's not as insane as everyone says, I'll just be disappointed. Where is my flexing mosquitoes?
Dude,
well, I will say, they did confirm just after the event ended with a bunch of more cinematic trailers that the Ultra Beasts, including Necrozma from the Ultra games, are coming. So it's like, thank you!
Very cool. Dude, I want to go to Ohio with you and just be like, look at that, there's a Buzzswole near.
Yo, the thing is, I actually have like 3 Buzzswole in Pokemon Go. So it's like, I can take the photos at the con or whatever.
We could do like the that Soy Jack like Reddit template or whatever.
No, I'm not doing a Soy Jack with Buzzswole. You can't make me.
Well, everyone already makes, every time I open my mouth, someone calls it a Soy Jack. So I can't even like stop myself from doing it.
Specifically when you make the O shape with your mouth.
No, but like every time I just open my mouth now, everyone's like, "Oh, it's Soy Jack," and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up!" Just because there's no shape, no grin.
I'm just like, do a wide smile. You can't do a vertical. Oh.
No, but like every time I like, and like I don't give a fish. Okay, I need to start over. It's like,
I don't give a fish.
Shut up! I can't talk because you're messing up my head right now. But like, dude, it's No Shave November. It's not my fault that every time I open my mouth, it just looks like I'm pogging. It's not. I'm trying. I'm like, how do I not look like I'm pogging?
The internet has trained us in the worst ways.
It's so stupid. I'm like self-conscious about my face now, and none of you feel bad about it.
Ugh, youch. Although, okay, let's just move to something slightly more positive. Okay, so, you know Salty DK Dan, right?
No.
You don't?
Well, okay, you need to explain it for the viewers as well, because, yeah, I have no
fair
idea.
enough. Basically, if you've seen those friendlock videos going around YouTube, where one guy basically plays, effectively, Dungeons & Dragons as a Pokemon Nuzlocke, which, by the way, they are amazing. Please go watch them. The thing is, he's currently on the 2nd episode of his Pokemon Vital Let's Play. There are 6,000 people watching. He is reading no messages that aren't super chats coming in from chat or whatever, except one singular message that I decided to randomly send because his mods were saying his merch link wasn't working as a joke. I randomly say, Salty, your mic is off. That is the only message he just randomly reads from chat. The thing is, he's like one of the creators I idolize, like, you are the funny man. So the one time he reads my random comment, and it's me making a joke that his mic is off. And I feel like terrible because it's like, well, there it is.
Yeah, I think me seeing old men balls is way more.
Yeah, that's way funnier. Like when you were saying that, it's like, man, I can't top that.
Yeah, why did you say you were gonna top it? I got like so excited.
I didn't think it was gonna be that funny for you. I mean,
okay, like I like huge congrats that you got a YouTuber to like, you know, shout you out and all that. But like, man, you got me so excited.
Man, though, seriously, it wasn't even a shout out. He didn't even say my name or anything. It's just the one random message I said. It's like, well, I feel terrible now. But seriously, though,
sit there just like, he noticed me.
Yeah, but if you haven't watched any of the Friendlock stuff, go do it. He's currently technically in the streaming phase of the Pokemon Violet Nuzlocke. So, dude, do yourself a favor. It is easily the best Nuzlocke content I've ever seen on YouTube.
What, was he doing like a subathon?
No, it's called a Friendlock. Okay, so basically...
No, I know what the in-game rules are, but like, is he just going on forever?
No, it's not like going on forever. He basically just gets all his friends a Discord call, and each of them end up getting Pokemon in the Nuzlocke. So it's basically becomes Dungeons and Dragons. It's awesome.
And it doesn't last forever?
No, it obviously ends when the game ends, and then they go on a break for
okay,
a few months.
I might be stupid. I've watched so many subathons these past, like, few months.
No, it's not a subathon. It's not a subathon.
That's what I'm confusing with. I'm like, is this like an ongoing thing? Is he, like, still streaming right now?
I don't know. Is he streaming right now?
I might be really stupid. All right,
yeah, he's streaming right now. He's still live.
Okay, I'm gonna move on to something I do actually know, and this will actually epically transition into our topic. So I don't know if you guys watch a lot of Death Battle. I'm a huge fan, and I don't really mention them that often because like the topic or the people they put up against, they don't like get me to go crazy. This one is gonna make me go crazy. So they have Asta from Black Clover versus Deku from My Hero Academia, and the Death Battle is going to be premiering tomorrow on Monday as we're recording this, and I'm freaking out. I'm so excited.
Listen, I don't have like a big thing with Death Battle. I'll occasionally tune in if it's like specifically their sprite animations, because oh my god, dude.
No, dude, seriously. I need to show you the sneak peek for Asta versus Deku. It's sprite animated.
Oh boy. I'm just going to watch it in full when it comes out. Forget
it's going to be good. It's going to be a good fight. And like the music already, like it's only been like a minute of the music, but it's so good.
It's never going to top the Popeye one versus Saitama though. You can't.
I think my favorite would have to be the what's his name? Poe versus Iron Fist. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, okay, really?
I love that one. That because like it's just you have this like really like actually the funny thing is like half the death battles, you know, they start with a death, right? And they're just like, hey, I'm gonna kill you. Poe's just like, yo, let's spar, bro. You wanna spar? I mean, they kill each other in the end, but it's just like, you wanna spar? And they're like big. He's like a big fan. It's so cool.
That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite death battles in my person. Oh, I also like Static Shock versus Miles Morales. That one was really cool.
I don't think I've watched that one, but I will say, I'm trying to think of death battles I have watched. Now, what was it? Oh, it was Goku Black versus Reverse Flash. Dude, that one was amazing.
Oh, that was funny. I love the end bit where he's like, oops, did you need this or something? That was so funny.
Dude, yeah, it was great. Another great one. I think it was Wario versus Dedede. Dude, oh my god, yes.
I like that one, but I feel like
Top
that
10
one's
anime battles.
I think it's a little bit dated. Like
it is. It's older, but the thing is, I still like the kinetic motion of everything. They don't like stop the animation; they keep moving.
Yeah, it's
one thing I specifically like about. Like it's old, it's a bit outdated, but it's still sick.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I just like. It's definitely an old episode where it's like the animation could be improved if they like remastered it.
Agreed. Yeah. But it's a personal favorite of mine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, that's the death battle. I hope Asta wins. Black Clover is my favorite anime, which yeah, oh my god, we're talking about anime today, guys. Woo.
Oh,
anime.
Whoa, it's a segue. My Hero Academia. I didn't finish it. There we go. That's our first review of the day.
Woo! I can't. Like, I know Black Clover fan aside, like, I actually hope Deku loses because he doesn't deserve to win. My man was given his powers by All Might, you know who All Might is, right? The, like, guy.
I watched the first 2 seasons of the show.
Okay, so you know. Okay, yeah. He was given his powers for being a crying little bitch. Asta literally worked for his shit.
Okay, listen, in all fairness, he does completely shatter his limbs whenever he does anything. Which I find to be very humorous.
That is something, and he does have to go through a shit ton of pain to like do it. But like he still was a whiny bitch before he got his powers, bro. Asta was not a whiny bitch. He worked for that shit.
Indeed, I have not watched Black Clover, but I can't confirm he's probably a better protagonist anyway.
Yeah, at least in like base form, I would say. I don't know, cause like I don't know if they're gonna include Deku manga that like. There's like I haven't read the manga, but like there's this like recent like form he's gonna get. But the death battle was supposedly like already written and animated before that chapter came out. So unless they include that, Asta probably will win.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's get to the topic.
I was gonna say we're just kind of jumping into the thick of it, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I love Death Battle. It's fun to talk about. We gotta
start from the start though. We gotta start from the start with the whole topic of anime. How'd you find it? How'd you get into it? You go first.
Are you asking me? Okay, so it's really funny. I need to. I gotta go back a little bit. It's been a while. So actually, you know, technically, if we're going by technicality. Because, like, okay, you know what? Let me start over. My brain. All right, it's late at night, guys. Give me a moment here.
We're recording this at 10 p.m. my time.
Yeah, it's a little late. Okay. So, I guess technically my first anime was Astro Boy.
Really?
It's an anime, technically.
Are you talking about the movie, though?
The movie.
Ah, okay, the CGI one, right?
Yeah. But it technically was a movie. I should probably explain what the definition of anime first. So, anime is kind of short for animation, but it's mostly like Japanese, I guess it's anime, Japanese anime. That's
you know what we mean by anime.
Yeah,
know,
what?
I know.
I'm not gonna explain it. You guys already know what anime is. But
You'll
yeah,
probably
Astro Boy,
get the gist if you clicked on this.
Definitely, yeah. But yeah, Astro Boy. It was like a movie I watched as a kid. I actually watched it again recently. It's okay. It's all right. But yeah, it was technically the first anime I watched, and it's kind of just about the blue and red core, and about how the red one's negative and the blue one's nice. And
wow.
this little boy, he dies, and then this doctor, his dad or whatever, has to rebuild him and give him the blue core, and he lives on as a robot with his memories, and he has to cope with the fact that he has to deal with the fact that he's a robot now, and his own dad doesn't like him anymore, and he has to kind of deal with that fact and kind of figure out how does he move on from this, and how does he live with himself, and eventually becomes a hero, saves the day, and they never made anything after that.
Yeah, so the thing is, Astro Boy in particular, it's I actually think I have watched a lot of the original show. I have very, very vague memories of it, but I do recall watching it, and I don't recall watching the movie, which is kind of weird because I remember watching a 2D version of it.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen snippets of it, but I've never actually watched it. I just because I don't know, I was thinking back, I was being nostalgic one day, and I was like, man, Astro Boy is an anime technically. Or it was a manga, and then it turned into an anime, and then they made a movie out of it.
Years later by a Western studio.
Yeah, and then it did so bad, so then they didn't do anything else with it. But yeah, it's technically an anime. It's crazy to think about that.
Yeah. Although on my end, I actually have a little bit more in depth of this because I have a vague memory of two events. The thing is, though, I don't remember which came before the other. So I'm kind of guessing on the order of events here, because I think I realized that in my notes I wrote it incorrectly. So I'm just going to go with what I think is the right answer. Back when I lived in Maryland, we had the CRT TV in this one room. We had cable and stuff. So one day I'm scrolling through the cable channels. I think I was about 4, so I was just sentient enough to be able to understand that sort of thing. And I come across Cartoon Network airing Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
Wow,
I turned on the episode.
Wow.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is I remember being so bewildered by what I was looking at. I stood up from this couch, walked over to the kitchen counter where my DS was charging, turned on my DS, was like, am I reading this correctly? Read Pokemon Diamond, walked back, finished the episode. It changed to something else that I didn't care about, and I never saw it on air again.
Man, this man saying Pokemon anime is the real anime. What the no, but yeah, I guess if we're going by that, I guess Pokemon technically would also be my first.
It's
anime,
everyone's first. It's everyone's first. There's no way
I just
it's
didn't want
not
to count
your
it because
first.
it's I guess it's not fair to say that the fact that it's gotten so popular and so big, it doesn't make it an anime anymore. But it's so weird how
it's always fallen into Saturday morning cartoon status.
Right? It's hard to consider it an anime considering it has so much prevalence in the West. It's weird how that works. But I guess
it's
it does.
an anime, but it's not treated like an anime.
Right? Exactly. And it's an ongoing thing that will never end no matter what happens. And it correlates with the games and all that. It's like the TCG, it's like the plushies, the merch. It's hard to consider it an anime sometimes. I mean, JPR on YouTube, he made a funny bit about it, but he's like, bro, the Pokemon anime is not even mid-anime. It's just the Pokemon anime. It's not even mid.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's it's kind of just there. And yeah, I guess it is technically the first anime. It's hard to explain. It's a weird situation.
But the thing is that it specifically leads into other things because eventually, later on, I had one weird instance where I saw the original anime airing on Boomerang. I don't actually know if that happened, but I remember a Boomerang bumper immediately following the show. But anyway, I moved down to Florida, and at this point, it's when streaming services start actually becoming a thing, and we get Netflix, and Pokemon Indigo League is on there, And I watched a bunch of that. Well, I think this is about the time Pokemon Black and White started airing on Cartoon Network. But the thing is, I started finding these other shows that feel weirdly similar. Specifically, Digimon Adventure and the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series.
Okay. That's actual anime. Whoa.
Wow, yeah. But the thing is, that's kind of where I actually started watching anime as a concept, I guess. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't mention it when I mentioned Astro Boy, but I guess if I'm counting my like first official anime, it would probably be Rising the Shield Hero. If you heard of that one.
Interesting. Yeah, I remember seeing ads for that ages ago.
Yeah. They have a second season going. I think it might have ended, but like I did not give a shit about it because I'll get to it in a second, but like yeah, Rising the Shield Hero, the first couple episodes are really good and then it's kind of just a normal isekai after that.
You know, what's funny, though, is that my actual first anime, like modern anime that I ever watched, was when I watched Sword Art Online in 5th grade.
Wow.
Maybe not the best idea, because the thing is, I have to admit, I really still kind of like the first half of, the show. The thing is, I thought it was really solid. And now that I look back, I was like, man,
what the
fuck? That was pretty great up until it kind of went off the rails the second they left actually Sword Art Online.
That's hilarious.
Like,
I just
the
hear
fairy
it's like
arc is
commitment.
a dumpster fire. Dude, I can't. What was it ending? I watched that before I was even in middle school. Jesus Christ.
And you're like contemplating, why is it so bad?
The thing is, I saw it, I was like, that was like eye-opening to young me. I specifically, the scene with the hospital, it was like, Jesus Christ! What happened?
This is an anime? What?
What? This isn't funny sword thing anymore.
It got serious.
What happened here?
I kind of want to get into sword art. I probably won't ever, but it's just like it's a huge commitment. I've heard some of the openings; they're really cool. But that's
dude, Crossing Road, I genuinely would consider to be one of my favorites of all time. It's the first opening for the series, and it's iconic in its own right.
Like,
but why do you have to be attached to what I would probably consider the worst anime I've ever watched? Just like because of how hard they butchered the ending.
Yeah, like favorite opening of Sword Art Online, or like of all openings.
I'd say it's probably within the top 20 ever. Mostly because it's just that iconic and just fun to listen to.
Okay. I haven't heard
or
that
at least from what I've listened to. Okay, I haven't listened to every freaking anime opening.
Yeah.
Okay, leave me alone.
Dude, anime opening tier list. Just wait.
It is not kickback levels yet. Y'all can wait on that. It is definitely not that good.
To the kickback, jump around, and spin!
No, okay, Ninjago does not count as an anime. But if it did, that would be number one.
That shit's an anime in my heart!
It's an anime in my heart.
Dude, I know it's fucking Legos, but come on here. Like, come on.
Jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin. And we're gonna jump back, do it again.
Ninja, go!
Ninja, go! Oh,
come on, come on, I'm gonna do it again. Sorry.
Okay, real quick. Okay, this is completely off
topic. You know what?
topic.
Childhood favorites. This is a great transition. Ninjago.
Ninjago! I love Ninjago!
I know we were kind of mentioning it already, but yeah, we were talking about childhood favorites, and like, yeah. You know what? Fuck it. We are going to count Ninjago. Ninjago's a childhood favorite.
Ninjago is a childhood favorite anime. Ninjago is my favorite anime.
I think I stopped after like the robot season, but yeah, it was pretty good.
What sucks though is because they kind of did butcher the airing schedule of the show. Because after the whole climax with the gold ninja and all that with the serpentine and the statues, what happened is that when they waited a long time to finally get the robot season on the air, and I kind of lost track of it until I marathoned it years later, once again on Netflix.
Wow.
But yeah, it's like, the thing is,
just wow.
I still think it's a quality show. I think it's worth going back to and watching the rest. Straight up.
Straight up indeed. I need to make time for it. It's a huge commitment, kind of like some other anime.
Dude, it's One Piece length. It's getting
yeah, I was gonna say.
Length.
I was trying to be secretive about it, but yeah, One Piece, big, huge. But yeah,
I feel like
big.
One Piece we'll get to at the end of the video.
We'll get to it when we can, but yeah, it's a huge commitment. Like I said already, I stopped at the robot season or whatever. After Zane's, yeah, Zane did.
Zane died at the end of season 3 with the robots.
Okay, I was trying not to spoil it, but all right, yeah, I guess he does die.
Are you really concerned about Ninjago spoilers in 2022?
Look, man, some people might want to see peak anime. Oh yeah, I gotta stop calling it an anime. I'm gonna not take myself seriously.
We're already growing delusional tonight. Great job, everybody! Round of applause.
Great job. Round of applause. I know we already mentioned the Pokemon anime, but should we just talk about XYZ, because we're not gonna find another good place to talk about it.
I feel like XYZ is like our nostalgic season, though, right?
It's kind of nostalgic, but also it's it was less than a decade ago.
I feel like it falls into that category where you actually have people in those because it was late elementary for me. I think it was 4th and 5th grade. I don't know, maybe a bit earlier than that. I don't remember the exact year's timing. I was 8 or something. I don't know. I'm too lazy to calculate what the actual thing is. But regardless, it came at just that time where it's wow, this is the greatest thing I've ever watched, and it just kind of stuck with me.
Pokemon hype season. Sun and Moon was also being announced, so it was Pokemon hype season around this time.
Dude, I could still recite the entire English intro from memory. That's how good it was.
I would do it too, but we already did that with Ninjago. So
a stanza!
Dude, XYZ, I feel like I could consider XYZ an anime compared to the whole Pokemon anime. Because XYZ, they took it to a whole nother level. There was more shipping. There was badass shonen forms. There was cool badass fights.
I'm just waiting for them to retcon Ash Greninja and Mega Evolution. They gotta do it. It's gonna happen eventually.
They did already.
Wait, they did?
I sent in DM. They changed Battle Bond in Scarlet and Violet.
Oh, well, I know they changed Battle Bond, but they haven't fully retconned it yet. It's only a matter of time. Just wait for the XY remakes so I can get my awesome, super cool chestnut form, because it's gonna happen eventually, man. Leave me alone.
Is your Pokemon the most popular Pokemon of all time?
I think the chestnut buddy is funny.
Then he's not getting a special form!
No!
I peaked my mic there. But Ash Greninja, it was a special thing. Regardless of how you feel in the form, it was badass to watch. Just seeing this random form that Ash just somehow gained the ability of, to where this Greninja became a legendary status Pokemon without having to Mega Evolve, and he would just take on multiple Megas and fight and.
He stands tall because he knows he's a winner. That's it. He's just a winner.
Exactly.
Even when he lost that one time.
There's a reason we complain about Pokemon Journeys fights. It's because XYZ, and I guess Sun and Moon too, as an extension, they gave us some of the greatest Pokemon fights of all time. Some of the most well-animated Pokemon fights of all time. I rewatched the Sawyer, Alon, and I guess, what were some of the other fights? I guess the,
Man, I feel like we're gonna get some Sun and Moon and Journeys fans mad at us for having to sub it.
What the fuck is his name? Yeah. No, I'm already past that point. What's that Ice Gym Leader's name? Holy shit. Yeah, Wolfric. Yeah, I watch those fights nonstop because they are so well done. People quote retweet me on Twitter, just be like, "Oh, well, actually, Journeys is well written," and I'm like, "Fuck you, okay? Which one's actually more fun to watch?" And I'm like, "Yeah, XYZ. Don't even fucking talk to me, bro. XYZ is so much fun to watch. It is so crazy. I watch it. It's like a monthly routine for me. I rewatch those fights, and I'm like, oh my god, oh, it feels so good. And then I see the Greninja death by Mega Charizard, and I'm like, ugh.
And then I want to cry again. Listen. I still think Ash deserved to win the Kalos League, but I'm fine with him winning Alola and Galar too. I can live with that.
Yeah, definitely. It's just annoying because he's... Look, okay, I get it though, because Alon was fighting a bunch of legendary Pokemon, so it kind of makes sense. At least they made him lose in a way that made sense.
I feel like we're missing the point here.
Yeah.
I feel like we're really far missing the point. What are your other childhood favorites, though?
Dude, we should have not done this so late. Like, my head is like in
my
the
mind
clouds.
is stuck on Pokemon. My mind is. I need to talk about Pokemon, or my brain will explode.
About a new Pokemon game, guys. I think I went through most of my childhood favorites. I mean, a lot of the childhood favorites would just be the stuff that I watched like 4 or 5 years ago that got me into anime. So I can't really say I have any more childhood favorites.
Okay, screw you. I'm talking about Yu-Gi-Oh. Listen.
All right, good.
Listen.
Okay.
I have been on a big Yu-Gi-Oh kick because Master Duel keeps creeping back into my mind. But the thing is, have you ever actually watched the English dub of the show?
I have not watched the show at all.
Okay.
Wait.
If you ever go back to watch it, watch the English dub. It is not faithful to the Japanese. It is highly censored. But the voices are so ungodly funny. You will genuinely lose your mind at some of the lines.
I was saying like wait, and then like I was gonna say actually wait, I was thinking of Beyblade, but and then you started talking.
Oh wait,
and I was
Beyblade's
like,
up there too. Beyblade's up there too. How can I forget?
Beyblade, let it rip. Yeah, no.
Let's fight.
Yeah, like I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh, but I've watched Beyblade, and I don't know why I thought of Beyblade when you mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh, but
yes, I played my trap card, the Pegasus top.
The Pegasus Knight, or not?
I actually have a story about Beyblade specifically.
Let's go. Early transition to Beyblade.
Forget it. I'm doing it now because I'm not going to find another chance to talk about this. Back in Maryland, we used to go to this public pool all the time. And the thing is that at one point, one summer, there were a bunch of kids with these Beyblade tops. So I begged my parents to get one. And while they were using the regular metal ones, what my mom got me was this giant plastic Pegasus
cock
that I would send it in there and it would immediately kill everybody. I genuinely think I killed the Beyblade circuit there because they just stopped showing up one day. I genuinely think I killed their love for the game by using an illegal top. I'm so sorry. If you specifically remember some guy from like summer back in Maryland like 10 years ago, I'm sorry, okay? I didn't know.
I was a different man back then.
I was a different man 13 years ago when I had that big Pegasus top that I used to completely destroy your competitive community. I apologize.
I didn't really have a competitive thing. Like I did bring my Beyblade shit. Someone brought an arena. We played at recess. That was kind of about it. Funnily enough, we allowed Beyblade on the playground, but when it came to like bringing my binder of Pokemon cards, they'd always confiscate it from me, being like, "Hey, you can't have that." And I'm like, "Why?" And I don't remember why, but
rude.
Yeah, they always took away my Pokemon cards.
That was a thing across every elementary school, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, Pokemon in general was frowned upon as a kid.
Yeah, the problem though is because it was actual things worth money. I think that was the line.
Nah.
Because keep in mind, Pokemon products like a promo is effectively worth $20 in a kid's eyes, ignoring the
No. Think about it like 10 to 15 years ago when you were kids.
No, I'm talking exactly that. That's kind of why.
I don't think teachers would take it away for that reason.
Well, the thing is that like kids actually valued them as worth something.
No, I agree with you in that. I just don't think teachers took them away because money.
Yeah, I know. What I'm saying though is that as far as I can tell, the reason it got banned at my school is because somebody threw some kid's jumbo Charizard over the side of the fence, and that was it. That was it. That was done.
That was hilarious. I don't remember why they took away my Pokemon cards, but yeah, we've gotten off topic. But yeah,
yeah.
Do you want to talk about the GOAT anime now? Should we just come on?
We've been like it's literally been on screen the entire episode. We should probably talk about our absolute favorites just to give people a taste of what we're actually looking for.
Me. I'm the host. Me.
Okay. You go.
Oh my god! Oh, Phil, hold on.
It's your turn. Speak.
Oh my. Okay.
You have the talking stick. Go off.
This is really cool shonen. Black Clover. There's a bunch of black people. Okay.
Wait. And you've lost your right to talk. Give me the stick back.
No. Give me my stick. Give me my stick back. I want my stick back. Damn it. So I will just say right now, Black Clover is an anime that's not going to be for everybody. Black Clover is one of those anime that like. I say it's my favorite anime of all time, but I know some people will not agree because it is a shonen with 170 episodes as of now.
Yeah, it could be worse.
It could be worse. And there's a movie coming next year that should like wrap things up. with the Spade arc or whatever. But yeah, yeah, it's not an anime for everybody. I get that. And it's a shonen anime. For those of you who are like in the anime space, shonen anime are kind of like, I wouldn't say generic, but there's just a lot of shonen anime. I think what makes Black Clover good is that it's generic shonen anime. I will admit, I won't be the first to deny that. It is generic shonen anime. What? Oh, I just burped in the middle of my sentence. Fun. Okay. But what makes it good is that it's just good generic shonen. If that makes any sense, it's good at being what it is. You know, it's not trying to like reinvent the wheel or do anything crazy. It's just being good at what it does and constantly giving you action nonstop, barely any fillers, and just constantly on the move, constantly progressing the plot, barely slowing down.
I mean, honestly, sounds nice. Some other anime should learn from that.
Yeah, definitely. I think, honestly, the major problem with it, though, is that, like, at the time when it was, like, being launched, I believe Ufotable... No, I don't think it was Ufotable. I don't forget who was animating it. But, like, basically, when Black Clover was airing out, it aired an episode once a week, and you can already tell that's a problem.
Yeah.
There wasn't any like seasons or anything. It would just like constantly go up and down, up and down. And yeah, just constantly episode every week. And the animation kind of dipped for it. The only time they took a break was during COVID. And yeah, sad as it is, the animation kind of did take a hit. But aside from that, I want to say it's like one of my favorite animes. It has this character named Asa who's the main protagonist. Some people find him annoying at the beginning, which I get it. He screams a lot.
Praying this man kills Deku. Praying he kills Deku.
praying, bro. Pray to God. But yeah, he's annoying at the beginning, I will admit. But after that, I'd say after like 20 episodes, he becomes really likable and honestly really relatable in the sense that like he is, so to describe the world real quick, there's a video I made about this. You guys should just watch that. But basically this world has a bunch of magic, right? Bunch of magic users. Everyone has magic of some form. This kid has no magic. He's the only guy in this universe with no fucking magic whatsoever.
Now I see why he's fighting Deku. Now I see the correlation.
Yeah, that's why they're fighting each other. So then he's like in a fight or whatever. His brother Yuno gets like attacked or whatever. And he's trying to defend him, but obviously he has no magic. And then eventually he like awakens something. His persona. No, he doesn't.
Persona.
I guess technically he does kind of, but that's kind of a spoiler. So I'll just leave it at that. He gets this grimoire, which is what magic users use. He gets this 5-leaf grimoire that has a devil inside of it, and he has devil powers.
My otherworldly spirit friends may have something to say about that.
Yeah. He has the power of anti-magic. Basically the biggest fuck you reverse card to every single magic user out there.
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, and as the show progresses, he learns more ways to use it. He gains more, and he uses a giant, like, thick iron club or whatever to, like, deflect and cut through magic. And he gets different swords that do different things with this anti-magic power. And eventually he becomes like, he gets this ability to become like a demon form where his like right arm gets like engulfed with like anti-magic and he gets like a devil wing and he can like fly everywhere and it's so cool.
Honestly, that sounds like metal. I love it.
It is metal. I would say it is too. After watching it, of course. But yeah, that's kind of the anime in a nutshell. It's just Asta wanting to become the Wizard King, which I guess is just like finding the One Piece or, you know, being the
very best, like
the
no one ever
Hokage,
was.
the Hokage, the best that no one ever was. Yeah, basically that kind of goal, and he's gonna prove it by having absolutely no magic and proving that anybody, even if you're a commoner with no magic and no riches, no nothing, you could be great. And that's what he sets out to prove through his journey. And yeah, I love it a lot. It's my favorite anime.
Honestly, I dig it.
It is 170 episodes though, so I don't know if you'd be entirely like down for that, but
nope, I'd probably get bored after season 2. Or at least an effective season 2.
I hate to say it, but it's one of those anime that like it gets better as it goes on. But for some people, like, you obviously want that hook. And I get it. You know, there's some games where, like, I need that hook. And I agree with you. Black Clover, I was lucky enough to, like, stick around for the good parts. And when it started getting good, it got good. I can confirm.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you do have to stick around a bit for it to get really good. But the ending or whatever, not the official ending, because that was just like the ending of the anime until the movie came out. That ending went so hard, and it's just nostalgic boner everywhere, and like it went so hard, and I'm not going to describe anything because spoilers. Yep, my favorite anime of all time. Boom, there you go, mic drop.
You know what? Honestly, I get it. The thing is that I will clarify. This section I'm about to talk about may become extremely outdated depending on how Chainsaw Man goes, because this show is very much poised to overtake my favorite. But as of right now, my current favorite, if you couldn't tell by the quag, is Kill la Kill. Okay?
Okay,
I get it.
I was going to say, please don't choose a currently airing anime as your favorite.
Oh, no.
You don't know if it's going to be good.
It's amazing so far. The thing is, though, is like, it's poised to. It's getting to that point, but I gotta wait for it to at least finish the first season.
Yeah, we'll get to it when we get to that part. Let's talk about the quag.
Yes. So, Kill la Kill by Studio Trigger. I'm gonna be real with you, at this point, if you don't know about this show, I'm genuinely surprised.
I think it's one of those anime that, like, it's fucking weird. Like, if you get caught watching this, you will be looked at pretty weird.
I would be shot to death by my parents if they found me watching this.
But, besides the boobies, if you can look past the boobs, it is probably one of the greatest anime of all time. Okay. I will say that. I'm with you there.
How do I put this? If you want a way to absolutely grip me on your show, it's not, the characters, they're hot or whatever. No. It's can they move during the fight scenes, and do they look amazing during it? Kill la Kill has that in spades. Like, every single scene is kinetic in how it flows. Every single hit moves something. And it is genuinely fantastic. And this is just skipping past, like, the characters and the story, which are already really cool. Like, honestly, it's a hard show to describe because it's like, I love everything about it. It's hard to pin down something specific. Like the second
Mako Concho.
Okay, sorry, Mako, fine. She's
I
wanted to
throw that in there.
She's a silly little goofball, and I love her for that. Okay, she's great. Satsuki,
I love those scenes where she's like trying to like encourage Ryoko by like she's like, Ryoko, I'm your best friend. You can't do this. You can't do that. And she's like goes off the walls. And she's like, Ryoko.
Listen. Every single scene with her is an absolute treasure, and they kind of push her a bit to the side towards the ending until, like, literally the last second for, okay, Sonic Adventure 2 battle, but, like...
And then she gets a Goku uniform and a type.
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. And, by the way, her being selected as the two characters to make post-launch DLC for the fighting game, I don't know what they were thinking. She should have been there at launch. But
she's a main character. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna say, it was like, when I found out she was DLC, but it was like free DLC, I'm like, darn, okay. But like, the thing is, though, is that she is the comedy of the show. Unlike Nui, who I would genuinely, listen, I don't think I'd actually kill a child. I would actually kill her. No, straight up. Like my most hated character. But that's good, because she's the antagonist.
Okay, sorry, I need to space out. Can I hear that again?
I would kill Nui. I would straight up actually kill her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. Okay, I thought you said no. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Listen, she's fine.
I would kill you on the spot.
Wait a second, have you seen the blooper reel the English dub voice actors did?
It is so funny.
Turn it down for what?
Turn it down for what? I love that.
It's so good. It's so good.
And then she like blows the whistle. Dude, she has so much passion saying it too.
It's like, they should have kept that. They should have kept that.
Turn down for what? Blows the whistle.
That would have been sick. But like, jokes aside though, it's like every character. This like the thing is, Ryuko, even though she's like, how do I put this? She's like the character with not as much going on immediately, but you get really invested in what she's got going on too. It's like, I wouldn't care at first, but the thing is that like every single character has something going on. Even unless you're the one fabric coder guy, I don't care about you. The whatever blue hair Mickey is.
The nerd. The nerd.
Boo! You
Dude, that sounds like a TF2 like title screen. The nerd.
But the thing is, like,
it's like the gunner. The nerd.
The thing is though, is that every character has something going on. Whether it be in their fighting style or at least in their like story they have going on. It's all insanely investing. And the thing is that, like, the second you get past the sus parts of the anime, which actually can tie into a pretty neat message about being free from societal constructs, which I think is pretty dope. Like, once you get past that and you watch it away from your parents, you'll have a great time. Seriously. If you haven't watched the anime, it's like, what, 16 episodes? It's on Netflix? Go watch it, man. It's just that really good.
It's one of those anime that, like, I said at the beginning, but, like, if you can get past the boobs, it's a must-watch for any anime fan, for sure.
Like, if you haven't watched it yet, what are you doing? You could finish it in a weekend.
Definitely.
No, wait, they took it down, I think, off Netflix.
What, they did?
I'm searching Kill la Kill and it's not coming up.
Thanks, Netflix. You're stupid.
They have all the other Studio Trigger shows. Where'd it go?
God, thank you, Netflix.
Wow, thanks. Ruining my point here.
Look, there's this here. I'm gonna tell you all the secret sauce, by the way.
Yeah, it's like 24 episodes.
I should have said this at the beginning. If you guys want to watch any anime you find interesting from this podcast, look up this website called Animixplex. Make sure to have an ad blocker. You're good to go.
Do you want free movies? Make sure to go to watchfreemovie.com.
I swear I'm not sending you guys to a pirating web. Well, it is a pirating website. I'm not sending you guys to a cryptocurrency website. I swear.
I would.
Please.
I'm joking.
Please don't.
I'm joking. Absolutely not.
Dude, it sounds so serious when you say it.
I know, right? It's fun. But the thing is, like, I don't care if it's not on Netflix, and it's probably on Hulu or something with ads. But the thing is, go watch the show. It's good. I promise. And also, while you're at it, go play the fighting game.
Confirm.
Kill la Kill If. It's a completely different take. Have you played it yet, by the way?
Nope.
It goes on sale for like $2 and you can finish it in a day. It's so good. It's like an alternate take that splits off, I think, after the start of the... you know the part of the show where it's like, Ryuko has to fight, like, the 4, student council members and then Satsuki or whatever? It splits off exactly from that point and it goes completely off the rails. So it's, like, honestly, worth the playthrough if you get a chance to. And the combat is genuinely fun, too.
It's not Kill la Kill's fault, but, like... So, Black Clover also has a game. It's called the Quartet Nights. I hated that game so much, and so now I can't really, like, look at anime games that
No. Kill la Kill If will change that. Get the game right now on PlayStation or something. Is it on sale on PlayStation? I don't know. Maybe.
Probably.
Cyber
like, the
Monday.
only other game that's, like, changed my mind about that was the Hinokami Chronicles for Demon Slayer, which we'll get to later. But it's also a fighting game. It's kind of like the Naruto Storm games.
I heard it was good, and I'm tempted
It's
to.
really good. It is really good. I would love to play with you.
Oh, wait, which platform did you get it on?
PS5.
Okay, if it's on sale, because I remember seeing the PS4 version on sale. If it's still on sale sometime after Christmas, I might grab it. If I watch the show, at least. We'll see.
All right. Well, there we go. We talked about our 2 goats. Everyone's probably clicked off or disliked at this point. So we can now talk about the worst ever and piss off the people who are still here. Yay! You want to go first?
I kind of already went off about my first. Sword Art Online! They butchered it in the second half of the first part of the show, and I'm not okay with it. I have nothing else to add. That's genuinely my worst ever pick.
Man, okay, well, I can't think of one off the top of my head. This would go in, like, the disappointing category, which I was just like... Actually, I guess we don't have one. Okay, I'm not reading my notes right. Okay, you know what? I'm going to throw it here. Darling in the Franxx, okay? It started off really good, and it kept going really good. And then you got to the ending. What the fuck? What is the space battle? What is going on here?
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. This is that one Trigger show that came out at one point that nobody talks about, right?
What? It's... You know 02, right?
Okay, it's a show with that girl. Oh, right.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's so popular. What do you mean?
They got rid of 02 on the search results for the Kirby character. I cannot forgive her. I'm sorry.
Sorry, the boobs are... They're way more alluring.
They're overpowering. They're getting rid of our dark matter overlord. No!
Yeah. But, like, I don't think it's the worst anime I've ever watched. It's just I can't think of any at the moment, because my head is, like... It's 10, guys. Give me a minute. It's 10. It's 10 at night. But
Cyanize, what happened? Darling
it started off like it started off really good. It kept going, and then it just became really disappointing. And then no idea what was going on, and like I don't remember the last time I watched a show that like gripped me so hard. And then just decided I don't give a shit about you. Here's this random epic space battle. It kind of reminds me of trying to remember this like MCU movie that did it. I forgot. I can't think of it. It's too. You know what? Whatever. This was a horrible time to record a podcast. Mystic, why do you have responsibilities?
I don't know. You told me to get a job, but now I have a job. What do I do with the job?
Well, you only work like, I don't know, 3 times a week.
I had to take the weekend off.
All right. I mean, hey, you don't want to be negative, so I get it. Let's just move on to our next category.
The next category is just stuff we couldn't get into. Well, that's not negative, but if you want,
I have a couple for this.
Oh, I have quite a few too.
Okay, I could probably do One Piece eventually.
One PP. One
PP? One PP?
The one PP is real.
That's the treasure that Luffy was looking for the entire time.
The one PP.
Yeah, okay. Like, y'all are gonna hate me, but like 1,000+ episodes. Look, I'm an adult, okay? Now, I know some of you are also adults and you also watch this, but hey, that's because you guys chose to do nothing with your lives. I make videos. I go to work. I go to school to get an education. I have a life. I am sorry, okay?
I have a wife and a job. Wait.
Wait. Forget that.
Scratch the first one there. Sorry about that.
But like, I can watch like 200 episodes, all right? I can watch Black Clover. That's like my limit, all right? And I love that thing. It's just like I could commit. I could commit to like a 200-hour video game, okay? I can do that. But like, One Piece is way over the limit. Times like 800. I can't do One Piece. And also like, you probably won't be able to explain it, but like every time I talk to somebody about One Piece, they're just like, oh yeah, it just gets better and better. There's not a single like one that like, sucks. And I'm like, ain't no way. It's just all bangers.
I've heard there are filler arcs that are completely skippable with no actual impact on the plot.
Yeah. I don't mean those, but like people are just like saying that like, oh yeah, all of it's banger. There's nothing bad about it. And like that makes me like feel weird about it because I feel like I'm going to watch it and then I'm going to find some episodes that just aren't as good. And also it's one of those anime that started out in like the late 1900s. I might be wrong. It started really like
in the
early
90s,
on.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, in the 90s. So it's like it's one of those anime that's going to be dated. So there is no freaking way that there isn't some like misses in there. And that's what I find hard to believe. And that's how I like cannot get into it.
I've been told read the manga. If you want like an actual like all killer no filler experience, read the manga. But if you want to see things actually in motion, watch the anime.
Yeah. Actually, I think that's a good time to mention this. I'm not really a manga reader. I've tried. I cannot read manga. I like to view my media in animated, vocal, and you know what I mean. I like to view anime in an anime-esque way.
I only read the manga after I've watched the show, or like played the source material. Like I've read a lot of Pokemon Adventures, but it's like I kind of already know what I'm getting into, so I'm kind of
because it makes you appreciate the source material a little bit more.
Yeah, which by the way, they should just animate those instead of Ash's Adventures. Like I'm just saying, Adventures XY was really freaking good. That's all I'm saying.
Indeed. We could get Xenia dying in HD.
I want to see her get impaled on screen, which is weird because I heard the Oraz chapter is probably considered the worst one.
Funny.
Yeah,
but back to One Piece. Yeah, I'm sorry, One Piece fans. Like, you can tell me how wrong I am in the comments. I doubt people who are One Piece fans. Nobody's like come at me yet in the comments about mentioning One Piece film Red or whatever.
Which, by the way, that movie's great. That movie's really good. I don't care if you haven't watched the show. Go watch it.
But I assume at this point, no one's gonna like yell at me in the comments if I say that I'm just probably not gonna watch One Piece right now. Like, I feel like the more I delay it, the worse it's gonna be. But like, I just don't see myself watching One Piece right now. I'm sorry.
The thing is, I'm so tempted because it's sitting right there on Netflix. It's sitting right there, and it's like I'm so tempted to just start it. Because the thing is, I know there are 2 outcomes for this. Either A, I'm just gonna become completely disinterested after a few episodes, like what happened with Dragon Ball, or B, I'm gonna get completely hyper fixated on it and it's already over. That's what's gonna happen. That it's one of those two results. It's gonna be either or. I do not know, and I'm too terrified to try.
That's just kind of how it is. It's like I have a hyperfixation, like when a new game comes out and all that. Hyperfixation can only get you through so far, and then it just dies out. There's only so long hyperfixation can last, and I get it. That kind of applies to like RPGs and all that, but like I think the difference is that the games can like they're meant to hook you as you progress through the story. And then the anime, they like take a break sometimes and they do filler arcs. And especially if it's like an airing anime and like they do a filler arc, filler arc. That God, that would be horrible. And they do a filler episode in an ongoing airing anime, and you're like, oh yeah, what's next week's episode? And it's just a filler episode. Then it kind of like drains you a little bit.
Yep. That I agree with.
Indeed. But I get why they do it. Anyway, what's your just could not get into it?
Oh, God. Okay, I already mentioned Dragon Ball, but I have to do the other one in here. Please don't get mad at me for this, but Attack on Titan.
The funny thing is,
man. I just couldn't do it.
Wait, hey, I'm not gonna yell at you. Miss it for once. I'm not mad at you because I haven't watched it.
All right. From my point of view, though, I started with the English dub for the first 5 minutes. I'm like, well, that's probably the worst English dub I've ever heard. And I switched it to Japanese or whatever, and I was honestly enjoying myself. Problem is, I kind of stopped watching. I was like, you know what? I don't really care enough to go back to it. It was just,
yeah.
It just wasn't like clicking. Like the thing is, the intro theme is a banger, and I genuinely listen to it sometimes because it's like
I've heard the openings.
Yeah, the first opening or whatever, it's like, it's one of those songs that, like, it doesn't matter if you watch the source material or not, it's just that good enough to get you, like, pumped up, ready to go. I'm ready to do laundry, but, like, outside of that, I just don't find myself with the energy to go back to it. That's pretty much it. It just didn't click.
Yeah, I also want to add on to that. This is going to be so stupid. The reason I'm not getting into Attack on Titan is because, like, look, all right, if you're an anime fan, you're just looked down upon. All right, that's the general rule of thumb. All right, we've accepted that we are looked down upon.
You will be killed on the spot.
Exactly. If you admit you're an anime fan to the class or any of that, you will be killed. So do not ever mention that. All right. But I think the funny thing is that going through high school, there were so many people talking about Attack on Titan, and it made me feel so weird.
It hit the mainstream. It did.
Yeah, it hit mainstream, and it was the weirdest feeling ever because like. All this time, I could not talk about anime because out of fear of being bullied and probably made fun of. And then here we are, casually seeing the people that, like, I know would refuse to talk about anime or anything, like, you know, nerdy, I guess, for lack of a better word. I feel like it was a big
turning point in making anime slowly start to become, like, a mainstream thing. Because now I'd actually consider it kind of mainstream a bit. It's okay. It's, like, it is, like, a thing now. But I feel Attack on Titan was one of those big pushing points.
Definitely. And I'm glad for it. Don't get me wrong. But, like, I felt so betrayed considering the fact that, like, some people, the people who watched Attack on Titan and, like, were talking about it in class, like, were sitting right next to me after, like, making fun of me for, like, and I don't remember the scenario where I brought it up, but I think I just casually slipped out or whatever. But, like, yeah, I'd always get made fun of for, like, bringing it up or, like, talking about this weeb shit. And then here you guys are blasting off about Attack on Titan. So I kind of hate it out of spite.
I was going to say, this sounds like a personal grudge. You good, man? You got some more stuff to air out?
Yeah, no, that's kind of it. I mean, I'll watch it eventually. It's not that I hate it because it's bad or anything. But, like, again, yeah, it was one of those anime that, like, it was one of the... it's not the first mainstream anime. What am I saying?
Obviously, no. That was Pokemon in the first Pokeboom or whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, it's I still felt betrayed because I was like, what? Now we're talking about anime. This was the tipping point.
I kind of get where you're coming from, but like for me, it was just like, I don't know. I just wasn't digging it. That's it.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Well, moving on though, we have the I'll get back to it eventually category. Anime that you've started but have not finished.
Okay. I mean, I think you already know what I'm going to start with. Love is War, dude. I need to finish it.
Finish it.
I gotta keep going. But the thing is, like, I'm sort of at this weird point where it's like, I'm waiting for the mood to strike again. I'm waiting for the iron to be cast and the flame to ignite again. So then I'll just watch the rest of it. Because the thing is that for some reason, every time I watch the show, it spurs me into a cleaning mood. I don't know why. So I'm waiting for a moment where I actually need to use that energy again.
It's, dude. Wait, what season are you on?
I think I'm exactly halfway into season 2.
Dude, like I need you to finish it because I'm not gonna spoil it, but season 3, the ending, brought me to tears, man. I was watching it with my boy Fluid Squid. It like is so worth it. It is so worth it. The build up and everything. I mean, it's kind of generic how everything goes down, but like,
Okay, was it one tear down my cheek crying, or was it
kind of what like one tear down my cheek, just being like, oh yeah, they deserved it.
Thank God.
But yeah, like it's definitely like if you can push yourself through it, you'll love it. And also season 3, like every episode is a banger. There's not a single miss in that season.
Kind of weird that I basically ended up dropping the series immediately after they did like an entire Street Fighter parody, and that was basically where I stopped mid-episode because I had something else to do and just didn't pick it up again.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, which is ironic considering you'd think that's what would completely hook me, but whatever.
Yeah, definitely finish Love Is War when you can. I guess for me, but the anime that will probably get back to eventually, probably Naruto. I did all of Naruto, like, and not even just started with Shippuden and said that. No, I started with the original Naruto. I did all of that. And by the way, actually funny. Oh man, some people are gonna go crazy in the comments. I started watching Naruto because of Fortnite. Yeah, whoop, whoop. Everybody kill me. Woo, I'm a fake fan.
I don't even have anything to say. I'll just let the comments roast you on that one.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to like make fun of me or something.
No, I get it. I get it. I totally get this one, honestly.
Yeah, like I hate to say it, but Fortnite's a good motivator. Like it's a good motivator to get into stuff, you know? Like I started watching more Rick and Morty when Rick got added. All right, I'm not ashamed to say that.
Rick and Morty does not count as an anime. We're not allowed to bring it up.
That's
illegal. That's illegal. You're not allowed to bring it up.
That was the only collab I was thinking of.
Anyway, so it kind of went downhill after the end of season 4.
Okay. So Naruto, I watched it. After like Sasuke gets kidnapped or whatever. And then like runs off or whatever. I was told to like skip everything after that because apparently it's just filler until Shippuden. So I did that. And then I went into Shippuden. Oh my god. Holy shit. Do I have a story for you?
Oh boy.
Well, I wouldn't say a story, but... So...
This is a story about how my life got turned right upside down.
Not that kind of story. But, like, Naruto, it starts off, and, it starts off with Naruto returning to the village after, like, some training. He's a lot older now. He's a lot taller now. And then they train with Kakashi or whatever, who like trains them initially as kids. And then they do the whole like bell thing where like if you can steal this bell from me, you win. And you know, you have to treat this as like you're killing somebody. Treat this like a murder. I forgot what he said it like. Treat it like a real fight or something. You know what I mean? And basically they're doing that. They do that shit for 5 fucking episodes. It goes on and on.
What? That's some Dragon Ball stuff, man. That's Dragon Ball versus
That's not
Cell.
even the worst of it. That's not even the worst of it. During all that, like in between segments of it, they showed this like scene of like Gaara, who was like the Hokage or I forgot the term was in his city, but like Gaara, the sand guy, he became the Hokage of his town or whatever. And then one of the I forgot what the clan's called, but it's the clan that Sasuke's brother's in. I forgot what it was called, but yeah, that clan or whatever attacks his town or whatever, and Gaara's like defending it and all that, and that shit goes off for like 12 episodes, and it doesn't end. Basically, shit was dragging on forever. I got tired of waiting for shit to happen. Like back when I was watching Naruto, it was so annoying because the Orochimaru fight versus the third Hokage was like lasting for like way too fucking long. And they did the exact same thing here with Gaara versus the clan person that I forgot the name of. Like, they did the exact same thing I hated in Naruto. And then I was like, all right, I'm done. I do not have the attention span to watch the same scene play out for a whole 2 episodes before something different actually happens. So, yeah, I'll get back into it eventually, but fuck.
The thing is, I started watching it, like, ages ago, like ages upon ages ago, man, like ages. I don't even know how long ago it's been, I watched the first 4 episodes, thought, man, this really isn't for me, and then dropped it.
Honestly, I don't blame you. It's slow. It's kind of boring, and yeah, dude. Okay, it was so funny. Like I remember starting Naruto, and I just see this fucking graffiti kid running around, and I was like, oh wait, that's probably just some like funny bit. And I was like, wait, that's Naruto? He's just some kid?
I actually have another one for this category, though. And it's One Punch Man. Here's the thing.
I haven't watched it yet, so...
I will say that the first season was incredible. I loved every second of it. I immediately wanted to hop into season 2. But from what I was warned about, I was told that apparently season 2 or whatever, actually sucked. Because what they did is that they changed the animation studio from, I think it was Mappa, to something else. But what they changed it to was apparently just not good at all, and it kind of ruined most of the action scenes. So I was like, you know what? I guess I'll just leave it as its little one-season masterpiece with a bunch of unanswered questions. I'll just leave it here.
Also from the animation, from what I've heard, apparently they changed it. They kind of changed it from like the shonen, I guess if you want to call it shonen, and then they turned it into like a slice of life comedy. Because like, yeah, I get it, you know, the protagonist one punch kills everything. So I get it. What do you do with that, you know? But like, yeah, I heard that what they did with season 2 was very controversial. And now they're doing a season 3 and people are kind of like on edge. So I kind of get it.
Yeah, I just kind of dropped it because I was like, I heard it just gets not great out of this. So I'll leave this as the one season masterpiece that I'll maybe come back and rewatch later. That's it.
Definitely.
Leave it. I'll leave it there. You can live there.
I haven't watched it yet, but I do want to watch it in dub. I know.
I watched it in the dub. It was good. It was really.
Yeah, I want to watch it because Max Middleton. You know him. He voices Ryuji.
I know exactly who he is, and I know him too well.
Yeah, I was like, oh, yeah. If you have a voice actor like that, I'm gonna watch it in dub. I don't give a shit.
For real?
Yeah.
I almost feel like I want to bring up Persona 5 the animation because I don't really know where else to bring it up here.
No, that is a whole different thing, and that should have been put under worst.
Okay,
ever.
you know what? We're gonna save that for an eventual game adaptations episode. How about that?
Oh yeah, we could squeeze that in there.
Next week, everybody, get ready. I don't know if that's actually.
I guess TLDR, since we did bring it up, it's basically trying to shove a 200-hour plus game into a really short anime, and it doesn't do that well.
I think it did what it was set out to do, but it cut down too much.
It cut down so much.
I think if they doubled the length, it would have been perfect.
Mm-hmm.
If they gave it exactly double the length and triple the budget, I think it would have been great. But the problem
it does have its
is
moments.
that it just kind of wasn't there. Like some of the episodes where it actually focuses on the side content, amazing. Probably the best episode was I think it was the Operation Maid Watch episode where I lost my absolute mind because they converted it so well. But the actual Palace's excursions, oh my god, they butchered it. But save it for a different episode.
All right, now I guess let's move on to like the next topic. We have the modern stuff we are currently watching. We're both thinking the same thing.
We're both saying the same thing. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Spy X Family.
Yeah, that was delayed. Discord delay.
Discord delay messed it up. No!
We need to do this. We need to do these IRL. I mean, everyone else does these IRL. It's like, it works way better.
Do you know a place we can book a booth in Vegas?
That is far too expensive for what we're doing. We don't even make any money off this shit.
Yet. I'm looking at you viewers. I'm just saying, you could gas us up on like, I don't know, Reddit?
No, please don't do Reddit. Okay, but yeah, Spy Family, it's a cool show. Everyone's heard of it. It's kind of mainstream, but it's just good. It's just good slice of life. A bit of action too. Slice of life where you basically have this like spy, you have this murderer, and then you have a mind reader, and they're just a happy fake family living under weird circumstances, but it's wholesome. It's really wholesome.
I love the dynamic how it's like none of them really know exactly what's going on with each other, because like even Anya, who can literally read the minds of both of her parents, doesn't exactly comprehend everything. So it's like they're all just out of range of each other, at least where I'm at right now. I'm on episode 10 of season 1, but they're like just out of range of each other, but they know enough about each other that still makes for this really wholesome dynamic. I'm really enjoying it.
It's actually Yeah, it's actually funny you mentioned that because there's this bit in season 2. I won't spoil.
Don't spoil exactly.
I swear,
Don't spoil exactly.
I'm not spoiling exactly, but there's this moment where like Anya tries to like explain that she knows about the spy stuff, and then what's his name? I forgot. Lloyd. He tries to read it or whatever, and he's just like, Anya, I can't read this, and it's a bunch of scribbles, and it's like, oh yeah, she's a preschooler, isn't she?
Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
And Anya's like freaking out. She's like, oh shit, he's gonna see all the spy stuff I wrote. She's like, and then Lloyd's just like, I can't read this.
He's trying so hard to be a good dad. He's trying his hardest.
In his mind, right? In his mind, he's like, even with my decoding skills, I can't decipher this. It's like, great.
That's actually terrific. Although I do hope they do more spy stuff overall, because like, I will say, the whole escapades as a family thing, that's great, but now they're getting into the whole school thing, and it's like, I kind of like the build-up a lot more.
Yeah, I gotta agree. Luckily, they fixed that kind of at the beginning of season 2. I feel like that's just gonna be how it is. Like, the major, like, spy stuff is going to be,
basically save for the special episodes.
Special episodes, beginning of the season. The spy stuff is actually like a 3-parter at the beginning of season 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then no really like murders, no your killings. Funnily enough,
really, did they just kind of drop that like a rock? I really hope they don't. I'm curious.
I mean, they'll make jokes out of it, but so far nothing that has had her to go on a mission to kill somebody.
Man, I want to see, because the thing is, like, that shot in the intro of her, like, over the pond or whatever, like, with the window background, that's so cool. I want to see her do more of that. Please let us see more of her doing that.
Oh, man, wait till you see season 2 opening.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me.
You should. I mean, you probably should. It's almost done airing.
Oh, really? It's almost... Okay, it's probably on Hulu by now, then, I assume. Because I watch all my anime on Hulu nowadays. If it's not on Netflix, it's on there.
There are 9 episodes. I would say watch Animixplex, because you can literally everything is on there. Everything you could ever want.
I just like the convenience of watching it on my phone with no loading time hassle.
But yeah, that's Spy Family. Woo, modern stuff. Woo, modern, mainstream, overrated stuff.
Anyway, talking about modern and mainstream right now, Chainsaw Man is so good, man. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
That's another mainstream one where I'm just like, man, is this just being talked about because it's like the thing, or is it actually good?
It's actually amazing. Like, I'm loving every second of this. I genuinely almost don't want to say anything. Have you seen the intro yet?
Nope.
Okay, I had a friend of mine who was like, it's on here. We could just watch it right now. I'm like, you know what? Sure, watch the first 2 episodes. I will say that I watched the intro when I was literally slack-jawed. Like, I like, my mouth was, like, actually hitting the floor. It was like, oh my god. I have listened to so many covers of Kickback, it is unreal.
Kickback whip around. Oh, yeah,
you're not doing this to me again. That's the Weekend Whip, different song.
I did see this scene on Twitter. I don't know her name, but like I assume it's from.
I know you're talking about Makima or Power. It's one of the two.
I think it's Makima, and she's just. Did
she have a tie?
I think so. Yes.
Yep, that's her.
And there was this scene or whatever. It started with a close up of this guy's eye, and then it was the dub, by the way. And she's just like, "Hey, I'm close to you" or something. And then like she put his finger in her mouth, and she's like, "You gotta remember me by the way I bite." And I'm like, "Huh?"
I'm gonna be real with you. You're gonna go into this show atop, and by episode I think 4 or 5, you're gonna walk out of bottom. That's it. I'm just listen. I know I've heard some things from manga readers, but I do not care. I am down bad. I'm just gonna say it. You will watch this show and you will get the same thing.
There is no way. I hold my prominent position as top and sometimes switch.
I'm just saying, you will go into the show and things will happen. But, like, the thing is, though, is, like, I'm gonna be with you. Little word of warning for anybody going into the show. As you can probably tell by the main character literally having chainsaws pop out of his arms, it's pretty darn gory. It's actually toned down from the manga, and I'd still consider it pretty extreme.
I mean, it's pretty obvious they would have to.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, are you finally slightly spoiling how the whole nemesis system works? They kind of talk about it on episode 3.
I mean, if
It's pretty
if it
minor.
works, if it works to add to the podcast, I guess sure.
Yeah, so for context, the main sort of bad guys, I don't really know the exact origins, but how they work is like, if a fear is like an actual fear, it'll create something called the devil. So basically, these devils are sort of like physical demons that manifest these fears. So it's like, oh, the first episode is like zombies, so there's like a horde of zombies or whatever. And as you can expect, it creates a lot of fodder that you kind of cut up, which causes a lot of blood to be on screen. You will see people chopped to pieces. It's extreme, but it's like the good kind of extreme. It's like the Doom Eternal kind of extreme, if that makes any sense.
I find it funny you mention all this because like every time I see a clip of Chainsaw Man, it's never about chainsaws or like
Oh, I know.
cutting people
Yeah.
down.
A lot of people don't share the action scenes because, like, well, the action is actually fantastic, but a lot of people are watching it for the characters, and, like, the characters are really darn good. There's not a single one that I hate so far. There's some where it's
That's
like,
crazy.
oh god, you really didn't need to animate this. This is the one thing in the show that's censored. You'll find it when you get there. I'm not spoiling it. If you're on the comments,
boy.
do not spoil it for Cyan. Do not. And now I'm like waiting for the next episode because you need to catch up.
Are you okay? Are
You
you
need
good?
to catch up now and do not look at spoilers for the show because I was basically spoiled of what happened in the next episode the day before and I still almost vomited after finishing it. But trust me, you'll get there.
I should be fine. I'll manage. But yeah, moving on. I will definitely add to the list.
No. You will not add to the list. You will put it at the top of your list.
I can't promise that, but it will be in like priority.
It's that good. It's
It'll
only
be on
on
a
what
priority
episode?
list. It's
something. It's only on
I'll
episode
probably
7
wait.
right now.
Unless it's one of those anime I'm watching as it comes out, then I'm probably gonna just wait till it finishes airing. I'll put it in the priority list, just not at the top. But yeah, I guess another popular modern anime that we love to say we like, even though like 1,000 other people like. This one kind of doesn't really count because the second season ended and the third season's about to start. But like, I'm gonna be real. I keep watching some of those battle scenes because they're so well animated and
Just
the
say
music
the
is
name.
so good.
Just say the name.
Demon Slayer.
Oh, dude. I'm so tempted. Because the thing is that Stoops just had one of the episodes in dub on his TV or whatever. I just sat there and watched it. I was like, man, this is really darn good.
It's good.
And it's just been sitting on the back burner. I'm thinking,
The dub.
I gotta get to it. I gotta get to it eventually. But I just haven't had the moment.
Yeah, the dub is like really good. Surprisingly. Actually, funny story before I get into the anime. I met the main actor Zach Aguilar at a con this year.
Dude, nice.
He voices Tanjiro, right? I met him. I met him at a con, and that was so awkward, man. I've met voice actors, or not met, but like I've talked to voice actors on Discord before, right? And like I've had people like shout me out on Discord, and like
Bro was flabbergasted.
I have like so many signed prints from voice actors, but never have I faced them face to face until that fateful day. And I talked with Zach Aguilar. I was so nervous. I had no idea what to say. I had no idea what I was going to have him sign. I just came up there and I was like, hi. And like, he's like, hey, what's up? And I was like, oh, hi. And he's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I love your work, man. I love you. Oh, by the way, he voices Byleth in Smash. I think you already knew that.
I see.
Yeah, I was like, I love your work in Smash and Genshin and Demon Slayer. It's really sick. He's like, oh, thank you. He's like, do you have anything to sign for me? And I'm like, oh, wait, yeah, I do. And I remembered, I was like, I brought my Demon Slayer fighting game or whatever, and I had him sign the disc. And like, as he was signing it, he was just casually talking to me. And he was like, hey, how is it going today? And I was like, the casual conversation. I was like, oh, it's good. It's my first con though. It's a little sweaty. And he's like, oh, that's cool. Why didn't you dress up and all that? He's like, oh, well, I was like nervous. I was like, COVID, the funky virus, I was like so nervous. I
feel so bad, man. You gotta find him again and go back for a round two.
I know. And then, I made him sign the disc, and like as he was doing that, he was like, you know what? I'm worried that the console will have the ink on it burn off, and then he just gave me a free print of like Tanjiro doing the Hinokami Kagura dance or whatever.
Dude,
he just gave
nice.
me a free print. Yeah, just because he was like, oh, I think the ink might burn off on the disc. Here, let me give you a free print. And I'm like, really?
Should I have him sign
Really?
the case though?
I didn't. I wanted him to sign the disc because I thought it'd be cooler.
Makes sense.
But
Understandable.
yeah, I had him sign a disc, and I got a free print from him too, which I would show, but this is a podcast, and you guys can't see it, and or you people listening, you won't be able to see it.
Remind me, and I'll post it on the Twitter account after the episode goes live.
Oh, sure thing. But yeah, I got a signed print from Zach Aguilar, and it was a really nice interaction. I kind of want to talk to him again and just be like, hey, what's up? Remember me?
I'm actually confident this time. I'm so sorry.
I was the guy sweating my ass off, not knowing what to say.
Oh man, that is tragic. But the actual show seems really good so far. It's been on my list of I should get to it. I gotta get to it sometime, but it just hasn't ever taken priority.
So Demon Slayer, as of right now, has the first season as the Mugen Train movie, which I want to get. Let's add a second category after this for movies, just to end it off, because I do want to talk about.
Sure.
I have a couple I want to talk about.
I've only got a few.
But then we have Mugen Train, which is like, it was like a, how do I explain it? It's the sequel to the first season, and it started the second season. It's basically in between. So yeah, first season movie and then second season. And yeah, pretty good. All of it's pretty good. So the story as it goes, Tanjiro is just a normal dude living his life, and then these demons come out of nowhere and eat his family. Ooh.
This I recall seeing somewhere somehow.
Yeah.
I don't remember any specifics.
Yeah. And basically, his sister also gets eaten, but she's still breathing. So Tanjiro's just like, I can save her. No. She tries to eat her own brother until this Hashira came in, who is basically like elite demon hunters. Tried to came in and save him, but Tanjiro tried to fend the Demon Slayer off, being like, "No, she's my sister. She is not evil," and he failed, unfortunately.
You are not the Demon Slayer. I am the Demon Slayer. It's in the title.
Exactly, yeah. But unfortunately, he failed. He got knocked out by the Hashira. But he saw how he defended her, and was just like, we could do something about this. We could do something here.
Maybe we can actually put in a little effort.
And he sends this guy to Code Uraki or whatever, and this guy gets some Demon Slayer training for over a year, while his sister Nezuko is like sleeping for a year. It's kind of crazy. She's like sleeping for a year and gets some like hypnosis or whatever to like basically protect her brother and like kill other demons. It's so weird. But basically Nezuko's on his side again, and that's how the story goes. They go off, hunt demons. They meet these two guys named Zenitsu and Inosuke, and they just kill a bunch of demons.
You know what? Honestly, sounds good.
It is, and the animation for it is god tier. Like the effects that you have on the swords, the sword attacks, and the different elemental base attacks, as well as just like some random shit like fang breathing and like sound breathing, or I think it was sound or hearing breathing, I don't remember, but yeah, you have so many different types of breathing that like have different like elemental attributes, and yeah, they basically try to cut demons' heads off and kill them and make the world a better place.
I saw one demon that threw a bunch of balls, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a funny one. She's one of the more annoying demons. I hate the way she talks. But
she plays with her balls, and I think that's cool.
She plays fucking like soccer with Nezuko during that scene. It's nice. But yeah, it's a pretty solid anime. I remember watching the movie last. You know what? No, wait, I'll save that for next segment. Yeah, it's a pretty good anime. Demon Slayer, definitely check it out if you have time. It's pretty good.
I would also like to add that I am watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 because I didn't finish it on Netflix, and now that I got Hulu, I'm working on the last season. And it just kind of works as a show where I can just put it on in the background because I'm watching the dub. I don't have much else to add. It's pretty good. I still don't know how the actual pendulum summoning mechanic works, though. I'm going to be real with you. It didn't explain it well.
That's great.
I have been playing the card game for a while now, and despite watching the anime for this entire mechanic, I still don't totally get it. So, what the heck is a pendulum summon indeed?
Someone explain.
Please, I don't get it.
I guess to end this off, the modern stuff, we're gonna save a whole episode for this, but Pokemon Journeys. I'm watching it out of obligation, so.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other things. I mean, I watched Brand New Animal B&A a while back. Did you ever watch that?
Oh, that's on my list. I want to watch that anime.
Oh, dude, it's not too long. It's pretty short. Trigger did a great job of that. I don't think the final villain was executed as well as it could have been. But the thing is, though, is that the show overall is really good.
Yeah, from what I've heard. For some reason, the scene of, like, Asuna, like, pointing at random shit, lives in my head rent-free. I have no idea why. She's like, my name is Asuna, and I point at stuff. I don't know.
What?
For some reason, that lives rent-free in my head.
I mean, I guess. I'm trying to remember the specific scene, but, like, I don't remember a lot of specific scenes. I just remember it being really freaking good.
They were, like, on a playground or something, and, like, she had a broken arm.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch the show sometime, I think. This is only here because I genuinely didn't know where else to put it.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Well, to end this off, let's talk about anime movies.
One Piece Film Red is really good. I think it's a very good movie. Haven't watched the show, but I think Uda is pretty cool.
You didn't let me finish.
No, I did not.
Yeah, so anime movies. Anime can sometimes go into the movie adaptation. There's a lot of cool movies out there. There's just a couple I want to talk about real quickly to end this podcast off.
Go off, King.
Mystic, you could. Oh, you want me to go?
Yeah, go off.
All right. Well, since we were talking about Demon Slayer already, let's just talk about Mugen Train. It's the sequel to the season 1. Basically, this movie takes place right after, of course, and the whole point of it is that the main Demon Slayer characters go with this Hashira named Rengoku. They go onto this creepy, spooky train to find a demon, and they find I forgot how high level this demon is, but they find a pretty high level demon that puts people in their dreams and makes them have an everlasting dream or whatever. I don't know what he was trying to do, but yeah, he makes them have a really pleasant dream before they die, and it's kind of creepy. But basically, yeah, they beat him up. Pretty normal demon stuff. I wouldn't say that's the cool part of the movie. The cool part of the movie, this 3rd level demon comes out of nowhere after this train crashes. He's like, "Hi guys," and like, again, yeah, this is a 3rd level demon.
This
like,
is
when
extreme spoiler territory.
Yeah, I know, but like, the spoiler won't be in the fact that he's there. It's just the fact that how the fight's executed, which I will not spoil. But like, this is a 3rd level demon. I don't mean to. I know I'm putting so much emphasis on the 3, but when I say 3rd, he is strong. He's really powerful.
Yep.
And basically, it leads to one of the most epic anime battles I've ever seen. It's not like the greatest fight I've ever, but like, dude, I was in the theater, right? And just, I was shooketh. I was like, what is going on?
Flabbergasted, if you will.
It was such a cool fight between a guy who uses his fist to attack versus a guy defending with a sword.
Oh, that sounds sick, actually.
And like, let me emphasize this: defending with a sword against fist. You would think it would be the other way around.
I was gonna say, that sounds like it'd hurt a lot. I mean, I'm just saying.
Because he's an upper level 3 demon, his like arms and all that regrow like instantly. Like, the more high level you are, the more powerful and stronger your regeneration, pretty much everything is.
That sounds weirdly painful.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. I don't really want to know how it works. I'm glad I don't regrow my limbs or have lost any, for that matter, because I don't want to know how that feels like. Anyway, what kind of movie do you like, Mystic?
I already made the joke where it's like, One Piece Film Red is really good. That's just because it's probably the most recent thing I watched, but it's a really good movie, and I've had to listen to some of the musical numbers after they're done. They're that good. If you haven't watched the movie or the show or whatever, just go watch the movie. It's good. Although another one that I haven't actually talked already about is Dragon Ball Super Broly. I watched it on a whim, and I'll say I didn't fall in love with it. I thought it was good, animation was fantastic. And I kind of get why there was a lot of character stuff, because, you know, it's like... Yeah, I mean, it's a movie. You don't have time for too much of that. The thing is that it just kind of moved along, and I was like, well, that was just pretty alright. Like, you can watch the entire movie in Twitter GIFs, basically, if that makes any sense.
That's fucking hilarious.
The thing, it's like a really long fight scene. Like, I swear I've already seen this entire movie through the Twitter GIF bar. That's probably the best way to put it. Yeah, and it's just alright. I'm trying to think of anything else, and, yeah.
Alright, I have two more, but I don't know if I should talk about the sad one, or, like, the more upbeat one.
As long as you don't actually spoil what happens, I guess go off.
I'm gonna talk about the sad one first, because I can't remember what the third one was, because it's night. It's still late. Okay. This is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. It is called A Silent Voice.
I feel like I've heard the title before.
I was gonna say I was hoping you heard of it. I will just say right off the bat, I'm salty that this movie didn't get an award, and the fucking Boss Baby got an award over it that year.
Wait, it was nominated, or
at the Oscars? Like, the Boss Baby got an animation award over this movie.
Really?
I was so fucking pissed.
All right, lay it down on me. What's the deal here?
And here's why I was pissed. Okay, so this movie tackles the struggle of disabilities. All right.
Wow. Okay, we're going straight into it.
Yeah, this is gonna be deep. This movie has two characters. One of them is a new transfer student who is deaf and requires, like, ear things to listen to. This other kid is a kid who bullies that other kid. And this movie starts off with this kid just bullying her, doing so many evil, cruel things, ripping out her ear things, like making her ears bleed, doing things and annoying her to no end. And yet she still wants to be his friend.
That's messed up, man. Because
she has no other way to communicate, and, like, she has nobody, and she just wants friends, and she can only communicate through this, like, paper thing. Because obviously, how does a deaf person communicate? It's kind of hard.
Sign language, a hat.
Well, like, because he didn't want to take the time to learn sign language, so he...
Yeah, I know. I'm just goofing off.
Yeah. So, yeah, and this guy's just being a total bitch to her, and it gets so bad that the moms start, like, you know, going at it, and it got to the point where, like, after, like, the guy, like, ripped her earpieces out, the moms, like, confront each other, and then the bully's mom or whatever got her earrings ripped out by her mom.
Youch.
Her mom had to suffer because of this kid.
Man, I gotta watch this. This sounds really good.
Yeah, and that's not where it ends. It does a time skip into the future where he is a teenager, where he is regretting everything, and he is at the point of suicide. He hates himself. He quits his job. He, like, sells off everything. He gives all of his money to his mom, and he's, like, on the brink of suicide. He, like, hates himself. He feels guilty after all this time, and, like, he almost did it. He almost did it and everything. And the whole point of this movie... Yeah, and after going through all that and all that...
I need you to stop talking now.
No,
I'm
wait,
too interested. I want to see how this goes.
No. Let me finish. Okay, this is the last part. So the whole point of this movie is that this bully guy, he grows up with regret. And the whole point of this movie is he's trying to forgive. And he's trying to, you know, he's trying to make it up to her and trying to, like, not only forgive her or have her forgive him, but forgive himself for being the way he was back then. And the movie's kind of just like a representation on, like, how you can change. You can change from being the bottom of the barrel to the lowest of the low to being a decent person and doing the right thing, you know?
Wow.
And it struck a chord for me. It really did.
Man, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's really good. And I would definitely be sure to be, like, alone, because it will make you cry. It was tough. It was tough.
You watched it in sub, right?
I watched it in dub because the bully or whatever, he's voiced by Goro Akechi.
Oh, okay. Watching the dub.
Yep.
Dub's
pretty good.
That's my murderer. That's my goat right there.
All right, I'm glad I got you hooked because it's a very good movie.
Honestly,
I think it's on Netflix too.
I'm all interested. I need to watch this now. You got me invested by description alone, you monster.
I'm glad I did.
It's late. We should probably get wrapping this up, man. We're about to hit 2 hours again.
Yeah, indeed. Well, okay. Sorry if this episode was a mess for everybody here watching. We'll do better. We'll do better.
Trust me.
And we'll not record.
Me. You guys are watching the touched up version.
The touched up version, indeed. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Wooper Watch, be sure to let us know down in the comments below, or for people who are watching on YouTube, and also people who are watching on YouTube, if you have something to like recommend for the Quagsire here to wear, please let us know in the comments below. We like to try new fun things to put on this little Quagsire. I hope you guys check out the anime we mentioned, because they are pretty good. We wouldn't be talking about them if we didn't think they were good.
I'm not leaving a list in the description. Just rewatch the episode and write it down as you go. It's a scavenger hunt that gives us more watch time.
It's a scavenger hunt. Make you work to give us watch time.
Easter's in a few months. It's close enough.
Yeah. Anyway, have a good Wednesday, everybody, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.